It's happened, everyone. We are 3 games away from a potential treble. We have got the final game of our Premier League season today where we can actually win the Premier League. It's in our own hands. We've got an FA Cup final and a Champions League final. This could be the end of the road with Leicester, or maybe another heartbreak like we've had many of before. So let's run the intro and get right into it. Hi everyone, Jake here. Welcome to the video. Very, very excited for this one. More than I've been for probably any other Football Manager video ever. It's basically 3 finals in a row. We're playing Everton away in the Premier League, and as you can see by the table, we need to win. If we draw and Liverpool win the league on goal difference. And yeah, if we win, it's all in our own hands. We need to do that. We then have Forest in the FA Cup and Bayern Munich in the Champions League. You knew about those two, but how did we get here in the Prem since you last saw us? Well, actually, we weren't very good. We beat West Ham 1-0, not playing very well at all, and then we lost 1-0 to Fulham. So how have we ended up top of the league? Well, pretty simple actually. Take this team here, Everton, look at their schedule, and you will see that they beat Liverpool 2-1. And if we go and have a look at Liverpool since we last saw them, they're starting to fall apart at the end of the Premier League season here. It's all gone in our favour. A loss to Arsenal, a draw against Leeds, a loss to Everton, which would have killed them really. 88th minute and then a 95th minute winner from Mopai for them. Crystal Palace won 2-0 and now they've got West Ham away. Everton away won't be easy for us, but we're in a great position. I'm very, very excited for this one. It's going to be, you know, a pretty long episode, I would have thought. So if you do enjoy, smash the like button for me, subscribe for more. If we can hit 100 likes, I would be very, very happy with that. But with that being said, 3 games, we need to move quick. So here we go. Here's the team. Bayern in goal, Justin at right back, Silva, Sutalo, Mitchell and Didi, Sumare, Maddison, shoulder up, Calvert-Lewin and Roque. The only big piece of news is Goncalves came back from injury in that Fulham match and then got injured during the match, and he's now out for the rest of the season. So you won't see him again the rest of the season, or, you know, if we actually go on to win the Champions League today and the series ends, we're not going to see him again at all. So thank him for his contribution. Let's get into the match. You might also see Vitor Roque has now become striker alongside Calvert-Lewin. Iheanacho just hasn't been up to it. Roque scores pretty much every time, so I'm going for him. And Wayne Rooney is the manager of Everton, which is cool to see. But come on. Man, this is going to be so intense. I know I've rushed quite quickly into this game, but like I say, we've got 3 potential cup finals today, and the fact that we could actually win some silverware for the first time, it could be awesome for us. I mean, I really hope we don't end up with 3 disappointments. I'd at least want 2 of them. Champions League especially. FA Cup would be great too. Here's Calvert-Lewin. Oh, it's an early save from Ospina. Okay, right, we're off to a good start though. 3 minutes in, that was a very good goal scoring opportunity. All focus is on this Premier League match, and then our FA Cup and Champions League games are all 1 week apart. So if we can keep everyone fit, we can play pretty much the same first 11 across all of those matches. Let's adjust our formation, and instead we will make that, where is it? Latest scores, there we go. So we're keeping an eye on Liverpool, West Ham. And so far it's going okay here, but Liverpool have taken a 1-0 lead through Declan Rice, and we're not really showing too much so far out of that early Calvert-Lewin opportunity. But we do have a highlight here. Maddison plays it in. Sumare with the header. It saved Sumare from a couple yards out and we miss. Oh, we've really been struggling to hit the back of the net. That Fulham game, we had the higher XG and couldn't score. The West Ham game that we won 1-0, we had like 3 XG but only scored 1. But it's all in our hands here. We just need to win. That's all we're asking for. Because it looks like Liverpool are going to win their game unless West Ham can do us a favour. But we're halfway through now, and it's still 0-0. The only chances have been our chances, but there hasn't been too many of them. I would have loved Goncalves for this match, man. Shoulder up just hasn't been at it recently. Really not performing the way I'd want him to. And we need a little bit more in the second half. Come on, we came so close in the Premier League. I know we probably don't... No, we do deserve to be where we are. I was going to say we don't because it's Liverpool that fell apart, but we've done our side of the bargain. Oh, but do we make some early changes? Something just isn't working here. Okay, right, let's have a look. Shoulder up is injured and very tired. Are we really going to have to bring on Eden Hazard? Where's Berardi? Oh, is Berardi out as well? Oh, God. We're going to bring on Eden Hazard to try and help us win a league title. He's retiring in a few days. Obviously, it's not good at all. I'm going to take a risk as well. I'm going to bring off Vitor Roque for Iheanacho, and we really need to stay on top of these substitutions today and make sure we get them right. Come on, we just need a little bit more here. I'm going to ask them to go slightly more attacking. With 30 minutes left on the clock, it's still 1-0 to Liverpool. We're keeping our eyes on it. 20 minutes left to go. We're going to have to get more direct as time goes on. I'm not going to take off Calvert-Lewin. Daka just hasn't scored for about 15 games, so now isn't the time for him. Sumare, switch him with... Now, you know what? Let's bring on Dewsbury Hall. Let's bring on Sander Berger. And then we've got one more sub to potentially influence the match. Shoulder up, we brought off Gavardio. And you know what? I'm going to bring on Matteo Marai just to see if he can cause something for us. And then when it hits 80 minutes, we're just going to have to go all guns blazing to try and score. West Ham have equalised. We can't rely on that, though. We cannot rely on West Ham getting a draw against Liverpool. We need to make sure we win this game. But maybe we don't need to go so aggressive and go very attacking now. Well, I don't know. Please don't let Everton score right now. Iwobi's in. You don't want Liverpool to win the title, do you, Everton? Oh, we've conceded. We've actually conceded. Talk about falling apart right at the end. The title is there for the taking, man. Oh, come on. We need something. We need something here. Very attacking. No, cancel that. Cancel that. Right, hold on. Tactically, what can we do? We're going to demand more from the players, go very attacking, and we need to go super direct now. So let's influence that. There we go. We're going extremely direct. We're going to push people forward. As time goes on, I'll get even more aggressive with it. But maybe we can get something. We just haven't been up to quality in terms of creating chances. But Dewsbury Hall's won it back. There's Iheanacho. He finds James Maddison. Eden Hazard. Calvert-Lewin. Against his old club. He makes it 1-1. Calvert-Lewin scores. And we are now, currently, as far as I'm aware, the same result as Liverpool are having, a 1-1 draw, which means right now, we will be winning the league, yes. But that is still 1-1. Okay, that's fine. Let's drop this back a little bit. Let's not be so aggressive now, even though it did work for those few seconds. Let's just bring it back a little bit. Play it calm. We're out of substitution, so now we kind of just have to let this play out. Oh, no. We're really going to be relying on West Ham here to get us a result against Liverpool. That might just be the way that we have to go, but I talk about intense. We couldn't have just had an easy win, could we? Iheanacho, is he through? No, but Hazard's going to pick the ball up. He is offside, okay. It's just a random highlight that's shown for no reason. That's fine. West Ham are winning. West Ham are winning. We might do this. We might actually do this. Oh, unless oh, come on. Right now, we are definitely winning the league as far as it's going. But this could go wrong. This could definitely go wrong. If Everton score and then Liverpool equalise, come on, don't let Everton get another one. They've done nothing all game. It's Dwight McNeil. Iwobi, sorry. He finds Miraquai. It's just over. I think we might actually survive this. Still 2-1 in West Ham Liverpool. There's another highlight though. Come on, Leicester. We're better than this. Calvert-Lewin does win it back. He finds Iheanacho. Let's win it on our terms. But we give it away. Iwobi's got it now. He's going to try and turn to it Mitchell. He's had him on toast so far this game. And he's done it again. Iwobi's burst past. There's going to be men lining up in the middle for the ball. But Marai gets there. Heads it as far as Dwight McNeil. McNeil claims it. He's going to put the ball back in for Dele Alli. Oh my God. Everton have scored. It's 2-1. And right now, we still win the league. If Liverpool draw, I think we might also still win the league, come to think of it. Would that have been a penalty anyway? I think so. Dele Alli looked like he was fouled. But let me just change this to league table, just so we can check the last few minutes. Yeah, so if scores stay the way that they are, we win the league. If Liverpool score one more and equalise, we still win the league. So we really should be okay. But this isn't the way that I wanted to do it. I would much rather have won, but I won't care if our first piece of silverware in this series is the Premier League. And it is. We're lifting the trophy. Thank God we did it. Finally, man, we won the Premier League title, considering we lost 3 Carabao Cup finals, 1 Champions League final. It feels so good to actually win something. And it was hard fought. I mean, we were awful today. Let's be realistic. We are not going to win a Champions League playing like this. But we are now Premier League winners here with Leicester City. We've smashed it. Hopefully the first of many title celebrations today. Hit the like button for me, drop a comment, and now we're going to move on to the next game. Actually, you know what? Stay with us. Let's just do the whole post-match stuff together. Why not? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say that the performance today wasn't good enough, but we've won the title, so it doesn't matter too much, but we can't celebrate yet. We've got more cup finals on the horizon. Liverpool did end up losing 2-1, so that was fine in the end. And now, in a week's time, we play Nottingham Forest, so we need to get ready for that. I'll see you in that match, and yeah, can't wait. 1 trophy down, 2 to go. Okay, it's now FA Cup final day. We're a week away from where we last were. There's been a few developments. Our backup goalkeeper Stolazic has decided he's going to leave on a free deal at the end of the season or when his contract expires, which I actually think is still another year away, so we've got him for a little while yet. And the big news is Sheldrup is now out injured for the remainder of these 2 games that you're going to be seeing. So if him and Goncalves out, we're going to have to think of a new solution in the inside forward position on the left. But let's pick our side for this Forest match. So Bayandir, yes. I'm then going to go with Matteo Marai, Silva and Gavardiol, I think is what I'll do. And then I'll get Tyrick Mitchell playing at left back. And Ndidi and Lewis Hall, you know what? I'm going to say Dewsbury Hall instead. Berardi, yes. Maybe then we can put Maddison on the other side. Or maybe even Vitor Roque like that. That isn't a bad idea. Let's give that a go. Make sure Maddison is on the bench. Is anyone here particularly good at penalty taking? Lewis Hall is. Maybe we keep him in case we go to a shootout. But with that done, I think we are actually ready to go for another match here. This isn't the team I would have liked to have put out ideally. There's a few people not in form. I mean, as a club, we've lost our last 2 games, which isn't good enough. Yeah, we're sick and tired of getting bad results. We need to be a lot better going into the Champions League final. But first, all focus is on this match. Can we win a FA Cup against one of our biggest rivals outside of Coventry in Nottingham Forest? They finished 15th or 16th in the Premier League this season, 4 points off of relegation. So you'd hope we'd have enough to win this match here. But you never know how we are in cup finals. And early on, it is a chance for Forest. It is blocked and it ends up being an easy save for Bayandir. But the highlight is not over yet. And hopefully that spells good news for us if you can find the right person with the kick forward. And he doesn't really, but Calvert-Lewin will challenge for that, and he does win it. He does well. Finds Berardi onto Iheanacho, Dewsbury Hall, Vitor Roque. It's a good ball through to Domenico Berardi, who finishes. What a ball that was, and what a finish from the man who we signed as one of our first signings in this save. And it looked like it wasn't going to work out, but he's now a captain of the club. He plays regularly when we need him to, plays better than James Maddison on most occasions. And yeah, what a star he is. We're 1-0 up after 5 minutes, and that will really help settle the nerves because our big issue has been scoring goals, and the fact that we've got one already is a great start for us, a great sign. We can now switch this back though to Nottingham Forest formation and Leicester formation. There we go. Forest are running a 4-3-3, but with a defensive midfielder. Looking at the players on the pitch for them, we should be dominating this match. That's a Championship level team if I've ever seen one. A few good midfielders in there, mind you, but particularly that defence, we should be running through that easily. But despite that, possession is only just in our favour. Chances are actually favouring Forest so far. But it might be a chance here for a second goal for us because it's Berardi going forward to Iheanacho, who's broken that defensive line. He's in behind. It's a good save by Robert Sanchez in goal. Very close to being our goalkeeper at one point, if you remember, but that didn't work out in the end. But we look like we're going into half-time with a 1-0 advantage. And if you'd offered me that before the game, I would have definitely accepted it. Our performance hasn't been incredible just yet, but who cares right now? If we're grinding out the results and picking up trophies and getting in some kind of good form going into the Bayern match, that's all I'm after here. But here's Vitor Roque. He's going forward. He does well, and it's Sanchez tipping it over. The second half, though, based on those statistics, it looks like we're starting to get a bit more of a foothold in the match, and now would be the time to get that second goal. Berardi crosses it in. Calvert-Lewin, it's Dewsbury Hall, takes a touch, chips it. He's tackled. It falls to Iheanacho. Out to Tyrick Mitchell. Great pass back to... Oh, I don't know what to say, but we've scored. My commentary went all over the place then. I'm too into these games, man. But Mitchell, yes, he played a lovely reverse ball back through to Iheanacho, who was able to finish at close range. And you don't want to say it, but do we have an FA Cup in the bag? This is the most confident we've looked in terms of a trophy-winning match. 3 Carabao Cups where we've struggled, a Champions League final where we got battered, the Premier League, I mean, we lost but managed to win it. But this is the first game where we look like we're now a winning team. Clearly that Premier League trophy has given the boys a bit more confidence. And we look like a team that believes in ourselves to win these matches. Yes, it's only Forest, but we're getting the job done. Gavardiol clears it up at the back, finds Silva. Good partnership at the back. That should be long-term for Leicester now. Silva goes backwards to Ndidi. Ndidi to Berardi. Berardi forward to Iheanacho. Can we make it free and seal the deal? Iheanacho rounds the goalkeeper. It's a poor finish right into the arms of Robert Sanchez. But 60 minutes in, no real complaints about this. And I think it's probably time soon that we start bringing some players off purely with that Champions League in mind, because there's some guys we can't lose today. Vitor Roque, though, has done well in that inside forward position, so I'll remember that for the Champions League final, but Mitchell is running out of energy. Let's get Truffert on. Soumare and Lewis Hall are going to come into the middle. We will let Eden Hazard bow out on that left and save Vitor Roque. Let's also get Patson Daka on up front for Calvert-Lewin, actually, who's starting to tire. And with that done, We've managed to rest a few players, but still put on a lot of quality onto the pitch. I don't see Forest getting back into this, but it is FM after all, so you never know. But a third goal would be lovely here, and Lewis Hall is going to try and instrument that as we go forward. Here's Trufer in that left-back spot. If anybody really performs well in this game, they have a chance of getting that starting spot. And one man who's going to start in the Champions League now, there's going to be no James Maddison starting. It will be Domenico Berardi, who's taken this game by the scruff of the neck. He powers it in there for us. We're 3-0 up, and the FA Cup is coming to Leicester. A double this season of an FA Cup and a Premier League. Now it's time to add that Champions League to the cabinet straight after. Going to be very tough. We're going away to Bayern Munich. The reason I say away, it's a Bayern Munich final, but it's being hosted in their stadium, which isn't ideal. I don't know how much of an effect it actually has in Football Manager, mind you. But, you know, psychologically, if it does have any kind of effect, it would be a negative one towards us and a positive one towards them. So we need to make sure that we're at our A game in that match. We beat them 5-2 already this season, Bayern, but last year we got dominated in the Champions League final, so no idea what to expect from that game. But Forest aren't quite done here yet. In the 82nd minute, they're powering the ball forward, and Weghorst does miss from close range. That's bread and butter for him, really. They're the kind of challenges he usually puts away, chances, should I say. But we do make it out alive, and that's pretty much game there. If it wasn't already, it definitely is now. And can we add a fourth and really just get into top form, get players scoring, and get them playing well before that Champions League final? Berardi's going to look for his hat-trick in an FA Cup final. He finds Patson Daka, who I believe is something crazy like 17 hours of football without scoring now, which is nuts considering at one point he was my most reliable striker, but there's a reason why we're not using him so much anymore. But there we go. The FA Cup's going to be ours in 45 seconds. Once the timer is up, we've done the job. Highlights continuing. Maybe we are going to add a fourth goal here. Berardi finds Eden Hazard. It would be lovely if he scores. Instead, he lays it off to Iheanacho, who scuffs his shot really, hits the post, and that will be job done here at Wembley. A second trophy coming in one episode when we had no trophies before that. Oh, I'm delighted, man. It feels so nice just to be comfortable in a final for once. And we expected this, to be honest. If there was one that we should have definitely won, it would have been this match against Forest in the FA Cup. But we did so well to get here. We knocked out Liverpool in the semi-final, and now 2 trophies within the space of 7 days. Leicester fans are absolutely loving life at the minute. We've performed fantastically well. Let's lift that trophy, and now we've got to move straight on to the Champions League. Still no time to celebrate just yet. Can we make it a treble of a season with Leicester City? Fingers crossed, we might be able to make it happen. Okay, it is actually now UCL final day. This is going to be a crazy match. It's the exact same tie as last year. Bayern versus Leicester. They beat us last time quite comfortably. It was over within the first few minutes. Let's see how we get on today. I have checked. Bayern won their league by a 20-point margin or something like that. They'd only lost 2 games all season. Whatever kind of form they were in when we played them in that Champions League match early on has been completely overwritten. They are a very good team. You might have saw there that Sheldrup might be back for this game. The only other major issue is that James Maddison has now picked up an injury for 3 months, so him and Goncalves are definitely out. Sheldrup won't start in that kind of condition, so I need to pick a team for this match. Now, who's better defensively? Justin? Let's have a look at him. Okay, he looks half decent. And if we then look at Mattia Marai, I feel like we trust Justin for this game. I feel like we're going to go Justin. I would prefer... How well Satala been playing recently? Not great. Josko, I suppose he played in the FA Cup and did okay. Let's go for this. I'm going to play... actually, you know what? I'm going to do something here. I'm going to play Gvardiol at left back just for a bit of extra defensive cover. Satala as the ball player, or maybe he should be the central defender. Yes, he definitely should be the central defender. Give Silva that other slot. I'm really having to think about this. Samare, Dewsbury Hall, I think that's got to be Ndidi in there, the hard tackler with Dewsbury Hall. Berardi, yes. Trufer, no. Vita Roque, Calvert-Lewin, and Kelechi Iheanacho. Right. This is going to have to be it. This is going to have to be the team that we go for. All right, it's time. We're playing Bayern Munich, a very good side for them. It should be noted as well, obviously, if we win this, the series will be over, but I'm not going to talk anything about the end of the series until this match is done, just in case we don't win it, which is obviously a very, very strong possibility. Ideally, though, we won't concede within the first minute and a half or 2 minutes like we did last time. Very similar Bayern side to before, but Vita Roque is here now. He wasn't here last year, and he has a point to prove winning that ball back. But the ball's ended up with Mane. It goes back to Neuer in goal. And the fact that this isn't ending yet and it's an actual highlight is really worrying me, because if we go down 1-0 straight away again, I don't know how I'm going to recover. But here's Kimmich. He's played through Frimpong. Gvardiol gets in well. Come on, Gvardiol. Not so early. This is literally how they scored last time, from this exact side as well. Sievold, big save out by Bayern. He's going to need a big game today, but we start off with an early opportunity for Bayern. Good football from them. We managed to deal with it, and we survive for a little bit longer. If we can survive this corner and, not have so many highlights in the first 5 minutes, I'll be more than happy. Here's Berardi doing his captain's job, trying to carry the ball away for us. And he does a good job of it. And now we're 4 minutes in and we're safe, right? They didn't score. It's already a better performance than last year. As predicted, no Thomas Muller anymore for Bayern Munich. It looks like he is retired now, but still a very good team from them. A good young back four as well. Great keeper. Kimmich and Siewold is an ideal defensive midfield partnership. And here comes a second highlight, 18 minutes in. It's Bayern Munich yet again on the ball, and I feel like we'll be saying that a lot when these highlights come about. If we lose one goal, we can't get too disheartened. We need to make sure we stay in the game all the way, but we could press them here and maybe win it back, but it doesn't look like we're going to. Davis is going to use his electric pace down that left-hand side to Sadio Mane. He's found Davis. Davis is running through the middle. Oh, we need to close him down. We've let him run far too much there. And let's be honest, it's a good goal from Davis, but he didn't have to do too much other than run in a straight line, and I'm not very happy with that at all. Nobody closed him down. I mean, he went right past the position where indeed he should have been. He was too slow to catch up. Here, Satalo needs to turn and get stuck in. We didn't. We just let him run. No realistic defender would defend like that. That's just Football Manager for you. But so far, not so good, I guess. Bayern Munich come out with that first goal. Possessions all them so far. Chances are favouring them. We're not doing too much, but we just need one moment to get back into this game. It looks like we're doing a bit better defensively this time around because we haven't conceded as many as we did last time. We might be going into half-time at 1-0 down, which isn't the end of the world. There's still a lot of time, still 45 minutes, still half a game. What was that? Get your acts together. Let's play a little bit better. Maybe our bench can be the helpers today, but the fact that Goncalves is out, Sheldrup's not fully fit, Maddison, that's also a big loss. But this is the first time you've actually seen us kick the ball, which is nice, right? But it doesn't look like we're very comfortable in possession. We're spraying it around very fast, not really going anywhere. All we need is that one incisive pass, and we might have it here with Gvardiol, with a space to run into. If he plays the right ball, we could be in. Here's Calvert-Lewin. Back to Vitor Roque. Iheanacho's in. Kelechi Iheanacho. Oh, it's a big save from Manuel Neuer. I actually thought he was going to do that then. The length of the highlight just felt right for a Football Manager goal. It's a big save from Neuer. Coming up trumps there from Iheanacho, but that's our first real opportunity. And Calvert-Lewin then has a header straight afterwards. So in terms of responses in the second half, that's all I can really ask for. And we're going to go again with Dewsbury Hall into the box. Is that a penalty? Has someone been pushed? We might have a penalty here. Oh, come on. Penalty check. Penalty awarded. Come on. Right, we've actually got a chance. Who is it? It's going to be our captain, Berardi. He's missed a few, but he's also scored a few. He's in good form. If anyone's going to do it, it will be him. It's 1-1. We score. In Bayern Munich's own backyard, we make it 1-1. And 52 minutes in, what a start this has been to the second half. All of our chances in the first 5 minutes of the second. This is all that we can ask for. We're 1-1. We're still in the game. It's equal. We're equal, man. Berardi scores. We might actually do this, guys. You never know. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but XG is now in our favour thanks to that penalty. So that's good. Possession's fairly equal. And 60 minutes in, we get our next highlight. And will it be a response from Bayern or a second from us? Or maybe nothing at all. Who knows? But it is Bayern on the ball. A few people on yellows for them. Maybe they'll have to come off, and that might make our life a little bit easier. But it's Davis again running down the wing. And this time, Ndidi stops his charge, which is all I wanted last time. Someone to step in and just give him a little bit of a harder run. Oh, what is Dewsbury Hall doing? He's giving it to Leroy Sané. Gnabry scores. He was miles offside. Referee. I dare you to give this goal. I dare you. You best disallow this right now. VAR check. Goal disallowed. Right, we're fine. He was way offside. You're never going to get that much space with that kind of pass there. How close was it? A lot closer than I thought. Maybe not. Maybe that was a good chance of being a goal. Right, we get a little bit lucky there. I don't want to demand more and throw the pressure off of the players, throw the momentum off the players, should I say. The morale, that's the word I'm looking for. Morale, momentum, pressure. Morale was the one I was after. But 70 minutes in, it's about time we make some subs. But first of all, Bayern, do have a highlight with Gravenberch, who's just came on. Calvert-Lewin pips it off him. De Ligt, though, stops Iheanacho quite quickly. Fair play to him. Experienced defending from a man who's probably only still about 25 at this stage, De Ligt. Phenomenal centre-back. It's Davis running the show again on that left-hand side. Pulls it back to Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane, Dewsbury Hall gets it away. As far as Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin turns. Oh, Ignacio gets ahead of him. No pace at all there from Calvert-Lewin. And it goes all the way back to Neuer. And the length of this highlight is slightly worrying. I feel like this could be a goal for Bayern. And it is Sadio Mane yet again to Jamal Musiala. Musalia's through. Again, we've just given him a straight line to run into. What is the defend in this game? Both goals, man. Both goals have just been straight runs. God's sake, man. We're 2-1 down. Right, let's not dally on that too much. We've got time. We've got time. We need to do something though. Right, who's not performing so far? Dewsbury Hall is coming off for Soumare. We're also going to bring on... are we really bringing on Eden Hazard? Is that what we're doing right now? It's got to be better than a not fully fit shoulder up, hasn't it? Who hasn't played in a few weeks. Yeah, we're going to go Eden Hazard. Calvert-Lewin. I mean, it's not been a great game from him, but I don't really want to bring him off. But then Iheanacho's played a lot worse. I'm going to go Patson Daka, you know. He hasn't scored for a long time. If there's ever a time for him to score, it would be right now. And Gvardiol not really working, so let's get Truffert on. And Justin can come off for Matteo Marai. Now from there, I'm going to go aggressive, guys. I'm going to go very attacking, and we're going to go super direct. Probably terrible management, but if this works, I'm a genius. Right, we are going to demand a little bit more, though. Come on, we need something in these final 10 minutes. Just one chance is all I ask for. Something other than a penalty would be nice. And we do have a highlight. It's probably going to be Bayern with how attacking we're going, but you never know. There's Thomas Muller. He's cropped back up. I thought he'd retired. No, he's still on the pitch, and I'm sure he'll somehow score against us. And it's Mane going close, going wide, and we escape there. But I don't think it's happening, is it? Doesn't look like we're going to get any highlights going our way. Or maybe, just maybe, Matteo Marai throws it into the box. And Ndidi. Surely not. Truffert. 94th minute. We've scored in the 94th minute, man. I thought the game was over. Man. We've done it. We're going into extra time. Oh my God. The substitutions. Truffert comes in at left back. Before this game, by the way, he complained to me saying he wanted to start more games, and I just said, yeah, sure. I figured I'd do it next season. He's just banged it in. Maybe we should be starting him. 2-2. Oh my word. Right, hold on. We need to drop back quickly. Right, so dressing room. We're actually going into extra time. Right, we're also going to get one extra substitution there, aren't we? Okay, let's drop it back to just positive. Directness-wise, we'll go back to about where we were. And then if we look at what we've got on the bench and who's tired, I mean, shoulder up's probably now about ready to come on, or we bring on Berger for Ndidi, but I don't see the point in that. I think instead, it will be shoulder up on for Calvert-Lewin, and we switch their positions around like that. I mean, shoulder up's played as an advanced forward before and done it okay. He has got pace on the break. We just got to see what happens here. It might just be that we go to a penalty shootout. Maybe Bayern will break our hearts. I mean, let's be real. We were lucky to make it into extra time with that late, amazing goal from Truffert, who's having a brilliant game now. And we're only 104th minute, 105th. That first half of extra time's gone very quick. Before you know it... Oh, no. Oh, wait. Come on, Eden Hazard. It's us taking a free kick. If Hazard scores in his final ever game... Oh, it hits the wall. It was nowhere near. Marivo finds Berardi. Berardi. I think shoulder up might have scored. I don't see anything wrong with this. Why is it going to VAR? I wanted to celebrate, but nothing came up at the bottom. Berardi played it back to shoulder up. There seemed no issue with that. Don't you dare disallow this. It's been awarded. We're winning. We're winning with 15 minutes to go. Eden Hazard free kick. Oh my word. Mariah with a great ball to Berardi. Berardi then cut it across. And shoulder up, who just came on, he takes a shot. It's not a great shot, let's be real. It hits Manuel Neuer and it goes in. My tactical decisions this game have been phenomenal. And we're 3-2 up. But it is Bayern Munich now. Oh, come on. They're going to have to go for it. We need to really hold out. It's Parisi, who I've never heard of. Sadio Mane. Oh, it clips the bar. Leroy Sané's going to pick it up. Oh, we managed to get it away. We live another second. We might do this. Right, 10 minutes to go. I'm not dropping it defensive. No one tell me to do that. It's not what I do. If I do that, I feel like I invite the pressure and it never works for me. We're so close. Come on. We've done it, man. This couldn't have gone any better. That true third goal, man, in the 94th minute to keep us in this. Oh, this is incredible stuff. In Bayern Munich's own stadium as well. A Premier League, an FA Cup, a Champions League in our third season. We didn't win any trophies before this. We've rebuilt Leicester, and that, everyone, is where the series ends, which is phenomenal, really. I'm over the moon with this. The series has gone so well. The rebuild's gone amazingly. Right, let's go post match, and we'll just finish the season, and I'll just talk a little bit, I guess. But there we go. The Leicester series is done. I'm been delighted with the way that it's gone. Like I say, both here and in the YouTube sense, because you guys have smashed the support, and it's almost a shame that it's over. There'll be a 5 years in the future video coming out soon where I'll simulate 5 years. I always do it, and we'll see what happens to the team if they keep it up, if it doesn't go well and whatnot. So keep your eyes out for that. Let's just shut Turret Mitchell up quickly. Yeah, sure. We'll have a contract discussion later down the line. He doesn't know I'm leaving tomorrow. But yeah, wow, man. I kind of want to see the end of season review if we have it. It's usually after your last game. Bayern Deer wins Champions League goalkeeper of the season. Calvert-Lewin wins forward of the season. They both end up in the Champions League Dream Team, and he's also the Champions League Player of the Season, is Calvert-Lewin, despite the fact that I don't think I saw him at all in that final, but who cares? We've actually done it, man. The Leicester series is over. I can't believe it. In terms of what's coming next, you can drop your suggestions down below. I haven't decided yet. There'll probably be a one-off rebuild at the end of this week. I said that really quick. There'll probably be a one-off rebuild towards the end of this week. And then after that, who knows what the new series will be. All I know, don't give me suggestions in England. We're moving away from that. We're done with England now. We're going to try something new. I'm kind of just waiting for the end of the season review, but it doesn't look like it's coming. There we go, end of season review. I usually watch these, not with you guys, but there we go, we can watch it together. The board are giving Vitor Roque a C+ for £17 million, who scores 25 goals. They know absolutely nothing. They give a B to Goncalves, an A to Gvardiol, a C to Lewis Hall, an A to Trufer, and a C to Eden Hazard, who still chipped in with 6 goals this year. Fair play to him. We've won 1 competition, 2 competitions, 3 competitions. It could have been 4 if it wasn't for that disappointing loss to Chelsea. Berardi in the final, chopping someone down and getting himself sent off. Goal of the season is Dewsbury Hall, Calvert-Lewin, Goncalves, shoulder up Berardi, and Dewsbury Hall as our new best shirt sellers. Worldwide reputation. We're now a 5-star club. That hopefully means Leicester can get in a good manager whilst we're gone. But yeah, here's our timeline. We start off, this is a cool way to end the series actually, I like these timelines. Bayern Deer joined, then we signed Victor Nelson. What a player he was at one point. Can you just play it and it moves along? That's bloody too quick for anybody, isn't it? God, how's anyone meant to keep up with that? We got the Next Gen Award with Andreas Pereira. We made it into the Champions League. Mark Albrighton left. We signed highly rated youngster Josip Sotalo, who is now, a key centre-back for us and one of the older statesmen in the squad. Got players on new deals, everyone's playing well, future stars, and then 3 trophies won. The golden goalie, Trufer, scoring in the final. For me, that was the best goal of the whole series, man. Maybe even one of my best goals in Football Manager. Just the way he scores that in the 94th minute felt like a dream come true. There's our best ever 11 from our series so far. Vitor Roque out on the right instead of Berardi or Maddison, whatever. Calvert-Lewin and Vardy up top, shoulder up Soumare and Didi, Marai, Soyuncu, Sotalo and Mitchell. There we go. I'm not going to speak too much more. That is the end of the Leicester series. I've absolutely loved it, and I really do want to thank you all for your support throughout it all. Who knows what we'll go on to next, but make sure you keep an eye out for it. There'll be plenty more content to come. I might change up the style of some things, but there will be another Leicester style series with someone else. So if you've enjoyed it, there'll be another one coming soon. But thank you, everyone, for all your support on the channel. I look forward to seeing you all in the next series. But yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.